Hey, this podcast holds nothing sacred. This is Life, Tech, and Sundry. And what is Sundry? It's our experiences put in a melting pot to the internet. So join us on this wild ride called the LTS Podcast. Follow us at LT Sundry on Twitter, LTS.pod on Instagram, Life, Tech, and Sundry on YouTube, and all your favorite podcast distribution services. Stay frosty.
Hello there, dear listener. My name is Marcos, and welcome to this Christmas episode of the LTS Out of Office. And as you've been hearing through this entire month, I've been making Christmas-related, quote-unquote, specials dedicated towards a specific theme, hopefully leading to this episode. So now, let's dive in. Remember, links, if you want to reach out at me, are in the description or wherever you found this podcast and or video on YouTube. So, with no more pompously, let's dive in. The Elf and the Furious. A hilarious history of holiday helpers. Hold on to your Santa hats, folks. We're about to dive headfirst into a festive time machine, exploring the wacky world of Christmas helpers throughout history. Forget your average elves and reindeer. We're talking about ancient party animals, mischievous trolls, porridge-obsessed gnomes, and even a few characters who make Krampus look like a cuddly teddy bear. Oh damn, hold on. So buckle up, grab some eggnog, spiked or not. We don't judge. You already know. If it makes you have a good time, let's sip up and prepare for a hilarious sleigh ride through the ages. We'll uncover the origins of holiday magic, meet the unsung heroes of Christmas, cheer and discover bizarre traditions that make this time of year so wonderful and weird. Wonderfully weird if you will. We'll be dropping more holiday knowledge than Mariah Carey hits high notes. So get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even rewrite your Christmas list. Ever wondered who delivered gifts before Amazon Prime was a thing? Let's find out. Or why leaving your shoes out on Christmas Eve might result in more than just a lump of coal. We've got the answers, and they're more entertaining than a Christmas cracker joke-off. Think of this as your ultimate guide to the holiday season's behind the scenes crew. We're talking the ultimate Christmas origin story, complete with mischievous elves, grumpy gnomes, and enough holiday lore to make your head spin faster than a dreidel on Hanukkah. So, whether you're a die-hard Christmas enthusiast or just looking for a break from the holiday hustle and bustle, come along for the ride. We guarantee you'll never look at the Christmas stocking the same way again. Get ready to deck the halls with laughter and discover the hilarious history of holiday helpers. Jingle all the way back to the OG Christmas crew. Firmly grasp your reindeer reins because we're about to take a wild sleigh ride through the history of holiday helpers. Ancient civilizations were already partying hard and celebrating the season of giving. Forget your elf on the shelf and those adorable stop-motion Christmas specials. We're talking about the original holiday influencers, the OG crew, who were spreading cheer and maybe a little mischief long before Santa's workshop even existed, and probably even Amazon Prime. Imagine a time before mass-produced toys and online wish lists, when gift giving was all about appeasing grumpy gods and mischievous spirits. I mean, it's kind of still today, but the grumpy gods and the mischievous spirits could be us, maybe. These weren't your cute and cuddly Christmas elves. We're talking about deities with a taste for adventure and a whole lot of power. Think of them as the rock stars of the ancient world, the original influencers who set the stage for holiday traditions we know and love today. So, get ready to meet the ancestors of your favorite Christmas characters. We're going every corner of the globe, starting with ancient Europe, pre-Christian era, the OG holiday bash. Okay, time travelers, set your dials for the pre-Christian era, where Christmas spirit was less about twinkling lights and more about epic winter solstice throwdowns. Picture this: no naughty or nice list, no elf on a shelf judging your every move, just a bunch of powerful deities throwing parties that would make Dionysus jealous. We're talking about Odin, the Norse, and the Norse god, who basically invented the 8 reindeer sleigh. The 8 reindeer sleigh. Yeah, that's, I guess, even the imagery. I never thought about that. Take that, Rudolph. Riding through the sky with gifts for the worthy, and probably a few ravens for good measure. And let's not forget Saturn, the Roman god whose Saturnalia festival was the ancient equivalent of a holiday rager, complete with feasting, gift-giving, and enough revelry to make even the most Scrooge-like grump crack a smile. Of course, gotta crack a smile on that Scrooge. But man, these parties, I kind of want to witness it, but at the same time, I know I'm not gonna like it because my mindset is different now compared to the people of the time. But I'm also excited. These guys were original holiday influencers, the trendsetters who decided who got the good stuff and who got a lump of coal, or maybe a stern talking to from a raven. Forget Black Friday stampedes. These ancient celebrations were where it was at. Where it is, man. So grab your mead, don your finest furs, and get ready to party like it's 1000 BC. Just try not to get on Odin's bad side. Those ravens can be a bit judgmental, And now, to medieval times. More than just knights and dragons. See? Okay. History buffs, buckle up. We're about to time travel back to the Middle Ages, where Christmas cheer was brewing long before Santa's elves unionized. Very relevant now. Forget jousting tournaments and damsels in distress. The era was all about the rise of the OG holiday heroes. Think Saint Nicholas, the original generous guy who inspired legends like Sinterklaas, basically Santa with a Dutch accent and a questionable sidekick. And let's not forget about Christkin, an angelic being who basically invented the be good or good for goodness sake mantra. But wait, there's more. Iceland had the Yule lads, 13 mischievous trolls who make Dennis the Menace look like a choir boy. Damn, Dennis the Menace was a menace, so these guys make him look like a choir boy? I'm blushing over here. And in Scandinavia, forget garden gnomes. The Nisse and Tomte were the real deal, protecting homes and demanding porridge, like the grumpy but lovable Ron Swanson of Christmas. And who can forget South America? Duendes, wink wink, nudge nudge. These mischievous mini magicians add a Latin flair to the holidays, crashing nativity scenes and inspiring festive treats. Because who needs fruitcake when you have duende shaped cookies? I mean, I haven't seen these, but these are from South America. And when holidays come in, it gets it pretty interesting. Yes, sir. So grab your time traveling reindeer and get ready for a hilarious history lesson proving that Christmas magic has been around for centuries and it's always had a healthy dose of mischief and mayhem. Let's go with Europe from the 5th to the 15th century. Hold your horses, King Arthur. There is a new hero in town, and he's not here to slay dragons, though he might slay your bad gift-giving habits. Yeah, man. If you guys didn't know, King Arthur, notorious for solving problems like we all know, but not that much on giving gifts. To the point that a lot of people had a lot of problems. And if you want to find out, look up the stories about King Arthur, which there are a lot of. Saint Nicholas, the OG generous guy, and probably the inspiration of every office Secret Santa ever, became the blueprint for holiday legends like Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas. Yeah, that's an interesting language. The Dutch dude is basically Santa with a wooden claw collection and a slightly problematic sidekick. We're looking at you, Zwart Piet. And let's not forget the Christkind, an angelic being who basically invented the be good for goodness sake mantra. So kids, no Krampusing around. The era saw the rise of gift-giving traditions rooted in generosity and good behavior. Think of it as the original Nice List campaign, with St. Nicholas as the influencer in chief. From Dutch vlogs to angelic pronouncements. Oof, that was a word. Pronouncements. These early Christmas heroes set the stage for the holiday shenanigans we know and love today. Now we go to Iceland with the 17th century. Trolls just wanna have fun. Forget Elf on a Shelf with its creepy, judgmental stare. Iceland's got the Yule Lads, 13 mischievous trolls who make Dennis the Menace look like an angel. These guys are the OG holiday pranksters, spending the 13 nights before Christmas wreaking havoc like a horde of tiny festive Vikings. Imagine them slamming doors, stealing sausages, and licking spoons. Yes, you heard me right. It's basically Jackass meets The Nightmare Before Christmas, and we're here for it. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas, it's its own thing. I'd say it's practical jokers even. What? 13 guys. But not to worry. These trolls aren't all bad. They also leave gifts in shoes, because who needs stockings when you have footwear? Just hope you've been good this year, or you might end up with a rotten potato instead of a PlayStation 5. Talk about a holiday gamble. Someone needs to pitch a Yule Lads reality show. It'd be like keeping up with the Kardashians, but with more trolls, less contouring, and way more door slamming. Yes, sir. Now we go to Scandinavia. From the 18th to the 19th century, grumpy gnomes and porridge passions. Move over, garden gnomes. The Nisse and Tomte are here to protect your homestead and judge your culinary skills. These bearded buddies are like a Ron Swanson of Christmas, grumpy yet lovable, with a serious obsession with porridge. I might even say unhealthy. But who's to say? And it's the holiday, so let's let it slide. Let it snow, actually. Forget milk and cookies. These guys expect a perfectly cooked bowl of oats on Christmas Eve. Or they might just unleash their wrath, and nobody wants a grumpy gnome on their hands. Imagine these guys as tiny, bearded Gordon Ramsays scrutinizing every lump in your porridge. Is this porridge overcooked? Did you even use organic oats? This is an insult to Christmas. But hey, at least they're passionate about something. Plus, they're super cute with their little red caps and grumpy expressions. Just don't forget to leave them a bowl of porridge on Christmas Eve, or you might find your house gnome wreck. Now we go across the oceans, the seas, to South America. In the 16th century onwards, fiesta time with the duendes. Hola amigos, get ready to spice up your holiday with a dash of Latin American magic. Forget the North Pole. We're heading south of the border and meet the duendes, the mischievous cousins of European elves. These tiny troublemakers bring a whole new level of fiesta to the Christmas season. Imagine a mischievous blend of Tinkerbell and Speedy Gonzales, with a sprinkle of that crazy uncle who always shows up to family gatherings with fireworks. Man, those personal stories in Mexico with fireworks during the holiday season. Once Halloween kicks off, fireworks on sale daily. That's just the beauty over there. That's a duende in a nutshell. They're masters of mischief, experts in hide and seek, and they always bring the party, whether they're invited to them or not. Or if anybody invited them, they just show up, starting with Argentina and Ecuador. Forget milk and cookies. In these countries, kids leave out their shoes, hoping for a duende-approved surprise. Come on, man, I don't know. That's kind of suspicious. But beware, these picky gift givers have a nose for mischief. Leave out a smelly sock, and you might just find a lump of coal. Or worse, a mischievous duende hiding in your closet. Now, we jump to Uruguay and Peru. Who needs a traditional native scene? A traditional nativity scene. By the way, whoever's listening, if you know what a nativity scene, reach out in the comments or on social media. I know that there's equivalents when there's Halloween. I don't know if there's Thanksgiving in South America, and then there's Christmas and New Year's, because it has to do with Christianity and all those things. But let me know your stories about nativity scenes if you are interested, or you want to share your story. No pressure. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. When you can have duendes crashing the party. These little guys add a touch of magic and maybe a few pranks to the Christmas story. These little guys, and let's not forget the food. South American food, there's so much good options. Duendes inspire delicious treats that make fruitcakes look like a lump of coal. Damn, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I'm going for good. Man, forget about gingerbread. We're talking duende-shaped cookies spicy chocolate, and enough festive flavors to make your taste buds dance. Now we head to Colombia. In Colombia, duendes are the life of the party, starring in carols and inspiring festive costumes. Think mini sombreros, maracas, and enough salsa moves to make Santa himself shake his belly. These guys know how to have a good time, and they'll make sure your Christmas is filled with music, laughter, and maybe a few harmless pranks. Can't go wrong with a harmless prank here and there, but stay safe. Now we head to Venezuela. Move over Broadway. The duendes are taking center stage. Those drama queens star in Christmas plays, bringing the mischievous antics to the theater. And when they're not busy stealing the show, they're inspiring cookie cutters that put gingerbread man to shame, or maybe even to shambles. Get boring old shapes. We're talking duendes with tiny sombreros, maracas, and enough personality to fill a stage. And with that, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the magical world of South American duendes, where Christmas is a fiesta of mischief, laughter, and delicious treats. Feliz Navidad. So, there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of medieval Christmas helpers, proving that holiday cheer has been around for centuries, and it's always had a healthy dose of mischief and magic. Santa Claus Show, starring elves and more. Hold on to your reindeer, folks, because we're about to enter the golden age of holiday helpers. This is where Santa Claus, the ultimate Christmas MVP, takes center stage, and his supporting cast is a real treat. Starting with the United States in the 19th century. Forget superhero teams. Santa's got the best crew in town, with elves as his trusty and probably unionized assistants. He's got the toy making game on lock, thanks to Clement Clark Moore's iconic poem and Thomas Nast's jolly illustrations. These pointy-eared pals became the ultimate Christmas sidekicks, Robins, if you will, to their Batman. Santa Claus is Batman. Is Santa Claus Batman? Wait a minute. No. Maybe? I don't know. Forget Robin. Santa elves are the real heroes, working tirelessly to bring joy to children worldwide, and probably fueled by endless hot cocoa and candy canes. Hopefully they have a good business and with dentistry side business, And now we hop the pond to Germany, also the 19th century. While the Christknd is busy spreading holiday cheer, Knecht Ruprecht and Krampus are the original bad cops of the Christmas making of Christmas, making sure those naughty lists aren't just for show. Krampus, with his horns, chains, and terrifying demeanor, is basically the holiday version of Freddy Krueger. So be good, for goodness sake. And now we hop to Baguette Land, France, in the 20th century. Père Noël, Father Christmas, may be the star of the show, but he's got a strict enforcer by his side. Pardon my French, by the way. Père Potard. Yeah, pardon my French. In English, Father Whipper. This guy over here doesn't mess around, making sure naughty kids get a taste of tough love. and maybe a few welts. Ouch. Talk about a holiday spanking. So there you have it, folks. The rise of Santa and his eclectic crew, proving that Christmas magic is a team effort with a healthy dose of fear thrown in for good measure. Beautiful recipe, one might even say. The modern day mayhem, where elves go. Hold on to your Santa hats, folks, because we're about to enter the era of Christmas overload. Forget handwritten letters and chimney descents. These days, Christmas magic is all about the viral trends. Any holiday, technically. I just did one before Halloween, talking about the top 10 trends. So Halloween, maybe Thanksgiving, and now Christmas are not safe. Are they supposed to be safe? Who's to say? I'm certainly not the one to have the final say on this. And now, with that, we have Christmas global domination. Globally speaking, elves are the Beyonce of Christmas helpers. Their faces plastered on even things from ugly sweaters to diamond encrusted ornaments. Damn. That's a big stage right there with the elf. Thanks to pop culture and marketing masterminds, these pointy-eared pals are now international superstars. Move over, elf on the shelf. There's a new elf in town, and he's got $1 million endorsement deal, or maybe even a Patreon. Regional variations, but let's not forget the OG Christmas crew. While Santa's elves conquer the world, local legends still hold their own. Damn, that's a tough. From mischievous Icelandic trolls to porridge-obsessed Scandinavian gnomes. These unique characters prove that Christmas magic comes in all shapes, sizes, and levels of grumpiness. Who needs a one-size-fits-all holiday when you can have a global celebration of quirky traditions? And now, it's time to wrap this up, folks. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ending this whirlwind tour of Christmas helpers throughout history, proving that holiday cheers is best served with a side of laughter, a sprinkle of magic, and a dash of good old-fashioned weirdness. Happy holidays, and may your days be merry and bright, and your elves not too mischievous. And with that, dear listeners, my name is Marcos Lopez. From the bottom of my heart and the LTS crew, this episode of the Out of Office is at an end. Remember to follow us on the links in the description, and you guys know the deal. So, thank you. Happy holidays. There will be no post on the 31st because I'm on the break. And I'll see you in 2025. Stay frosty.